Hello there, all you pre-pandemic survivors, and welcome to the Gun Show Weapon of the Week. Today we're visiting one of my favorite multiplayer arenas of the year in The Last of Us, and giving you some tips on the brand spanking new interrogation mode. We'll tell you how to ask the tough questions, take down the tough opponents, and tough it out for another 12 weeks using that stealthy standby, the bow. Time to rob from the Fireflies and give to your Facebook friends in this episode of the Gun Show Weapon of the Week.
Down one. Look at that!
Interrogation mode is the first and only objective-based mode in The Last of Us, so here's a brief briefing. Your team must perform a total of 5 interrogations on enemy players in order to reveal the location of their lockbox, and then you must pick the lock on the box to win. This, of course, begs the question, how do you interrogate someone? Why, the same way you would horribly execute them, naturally. The special execution prompt is replaced by the interrogate prompt until you complete your quota, and the same tactics apply. You need to down or shiv your opponents to get answers, because dead men tell no tales. Unless they already told you the tale, but then they said that while you were alive, so I was right in the first place. As with special executions, it takes a few seconds to get results, so don't try to interrogate an enemy when his buddies are right around the corner. Shiv interrogations are much faster and less risky, so equip the covert training survival skill to always spawn with a shiv. That way you'll be ready to join in the fun when these weird human shivopede situations pop up, and with every shivsecution you get to peer into the soul of your enemy and see his or her deepest fears. For example, dying alone. That arrow will stay there in the afterlife. Smelling his own soiled pants with his last breath. Will actually see crazy ex-girlfriend in hell like she always said he would. With those fears behind us, we come to the main event, the bow, the recurve beauty that would make Legolas himself smile with patronizing approval. Wielding the bow will let you make quick, stealthy takedowns, all the better to interrogate your opponents. Your enemies will always see it on their minimap when their buddy goes down, but if they don't see your red dot pop up while you're shooting, you gain a few extra seconds that can make the difference between a successful interrogation and becoming the interrogatee instead of the interrogator. Spending your first 400 parts on the bow upgrade makes it significantly better and makes you a bit more like Robin Hood, if instead of a green getup he wore an off-brand Iron Man mask and a lavender beanie. A stealthy loadout will also help you sneak up on the enemy's lockbox once it's revealed. Be sure to approach with caution because, as should also be the case at your lockbox, the place is likely to be silly with nail bombs that you'll need to shoot, blow up with bombs of your own, or bravely and totally intentionally and not at all stupidly throw yourself upon. When listen mode shows you the approach is clear, set down any nail bombs you have available and get to cracking. Keep in mind that you can be in front or on either side of the box while picking, and minimizing enemy sightlines can earn you precious seconds. The unlock status meter is divided into 3 segments, and when you complete 1/3, it stays completed. Enemies can interrupt you, of course, so when you see them coming in hot, you have a choice to make. If you're close to completing a segment, stick with it and sacrifice your life for the good of the team. If you're not close, press circle to back off, pull out the flamethrower, and watch them all burn. Now, obviously, torched enemies are no good during the interrogation phase, but a little scorching surprise in the second half can be very powerful. Add the collector survival skill to make sure you have the parts to afford the ammo, and then watch them all burn. Other powerful weapons will fit the bill as well, but the flamethrower costs relatively few loadout points, and as an added bonus, you get to watch them all burn. I've been having a great time with interrogation mode, even though, as you may have noticed, I'm sometimes the one being watched while burning, as opposed to the one watching them all burn. Leave a strategy or share a war story in the comments below, or send them to me over Twitter at CTWaters using the hashtag GSGunshow. I hope you enjoyed the show. I promise I'm not a pyromaniac, and I'll see you next time on the Gun Show Weapon of the Week.